Hello and welcome back to Vault Hunters. So in today's episode, we are going to finish our nuclear reactor, and we're hopefully going to get it running if we can afford everything that we need to make it run. But first, let's check back in on some of the festivities that we've had here over the past couple weeks.
Hello everyone, it is your champion, or about to not be the champion. My raid is about to come to an end, so sad. So who's going to be the next one?
Ooh.
Go in. Go do it.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Hey.
Oh, it's wild.
Oh, it's wild. Oh, no.
Oh, dear.
Oh, we got wild.
It's wild.
Oh, so wild.
Obli.
I love wild vaults.
Wait for that spam. Wait for the spam. We'll spam.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Let me through.
Hello, Elite.
Right off the bat.
Oh, what is it? There's an elite right
I
there.
don't think I got it.
I don't think I've ever seen an elite
got
die
the
that
elite?
fast before.
I
That was savage.
It's
That
raining.
really was.
That was
It's
hilarious.
raining mobs. Hallelujah.
I haven't hit a single mob yet. Yay,
I'm
there we
following
go.
the. I'm here to squad with the boys. And Evan.
The
I
lads.
have it.
The lads.
That's a good.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the next edition of the Vault Champion. I know people are talking in the background there, but I've muted so they can't hear me. But no, so we're going to be running this vault here. We're going to see who gets the most XP at the end. We are going to consider things like
All right, Peep, you open
all of the other information, such as
Why not?
multipliers and things like
sword
that.
and protector.
So let's get to running through this, and we'll see if we can win
Yes.
with the most amount of
Good
XP.
Job, boy.
We'll be at it with the early 2000s jams.
Let's surprise
Wait, there's a
Evan.
boss thingy up there?
No, let's not.
Oh yeah, by the way, we have now summoned.
Ooh.
Oh, I fell.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, I got that one.
Oh, we got it.
That was
We
fun,
just
guys.
ran
No
into
one
that.
died.
You guys are too fast. I
Nice.
couldn't even get up here in time.
Oh yeah, we're just
Swift.
we're
I
yeeting
saw
away
a
at this
shiny
point.
thing and clicked it.
I have strength.
Click the shine.
That's
I
my
have
problem. It's like
more
instinctual.
I was like, ooh, shiny. Oh no, I'm being attacked.
Should we just go find the last one and
That's
finish
kind of
it?
you know, I'm tempted to do that. Just see if we can get one real quick in the next couple rooms or something, maybe.
Yeah.
Then at least we may have a chance to.
Ooh,
Is this an X mark? No.
no.
Okay. Just
A
wild.
large open room. Oh, there's one up here.
Oh, okay. Let's do it. Are you good on armor and
Yep.
health and stuff?
Maybe.
We'll
only
find
have
out.
one row of hearts, but it's fine if I die.
All right,
It's
give
not
me a
big
second
deal.
here to get up there. I don't know where these mobs are gonna go.
They're probably gonna spawn below. There's not a lot of room up here. Can I put this water in the corner over here?
Oh, goodness gracious. I'm going down.
I'm tanking.
Okay.
Oh god,
Don't die.
I'm in trouble.
Get down. Okay.
It's terrifying.
All right, come
Dude,
to
it
the
was
middle.
the rate that was beating me up.
Come to the middle. I'm going to water spam the crap out of the middle here.
Yeah.
And then
Holy
we should
crap,
give
where'd
us
all
a
the rest
chance.
of the mobs come from?
I have no idea. I'm trying to get
Jeez.
these Bowie guys out of the way.
Yeah, Wither. Suck on that.
There. Okay.
Ouch.
Let me work on this guy a little bit.
Oh, there's
another
two. Watch out.
That guy's dead. All right. Just a couple more over here. Oh, one more. This is the last one. Let's go!
Final blow.
Let's go!
We're going home early.
Oh, yes. Oh, I'm glad you saw that up there.
I don't
'cause
think I
didn't even
did very
see it.
well, but
Well, I don't know who technically gets what, you know.
I can't grab anything.
All right.
Oh,
That was the shortest.
Whoa, wow.
Shortest championship.
speedrun. Woo!
Oh, wow.
Who did it?
Oh my god. Yeah, who
Me and
did
Corey.
that?
Corey and I did.
Nice.
No, it was me and Styrkat went and did it as well.
Oh, wow.
I'll
Hey,
say-
who took that? Who
I
took
killed the
down
last
the
one at
logo?
least. Corey and I killed the last one. So.
Yeah, me and Styrkat
Oh
took
no, my
4
bus
of them.
crate. No, somebody picked up my bus crate. Styrkat, you picked up my bus crate.
So hell's the champion.
Hey!
Oh.
Do we have a speech? Speech.
Yes.
Speech.
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 Okay.
Speech.
So, everyone did extremely well in the vault. I'm very proud of all of you. Speedrunning the vault is a challenge in itself. And as ruler, I will come up with a rule that benefits everyone and not just the few. Thank you all.
Nice.
We'll see if you live up to that.
Gentlemen, how may I help you today?
Hello.
Hello.
Well, we're here to sell you on some secret plans.
Ooh, secrets.
Have you heard of the Mech Island?
I have not. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh.
There's an island in between Code and Zinjy that we got stuffs and things going on. And because of your base location, it would be optimal if you were part of the train track, which can become the railway of friendship. And it'll go right along the bridge of friendship, and it's going to be awesome.
That does sound very friendshipy.
Enticing.
It is.
Yes.
In fact, do you want to see what we've been working on? And maybe you'll be interested.
I would definitely like to see what you've got going on.
Let's go do
Okay.
this.
Across the bridge of friendship.
Across the
Ow,
bridge of
I'm
I've
stuck
been
on the chair.
building I've been building all day. I need to stretch my legs a little bit.
Come outside,
it's
walk a
looking
little,
good.
touch grass,
Yeah.
the normal.
Yeah, touch some grass, dude.
Where are you going?
Welcome to the generator. This
The
thing will
clock
produce
generator.
enough spinny power for the entire island. And yes, it tells the time. Look at it tick away.
That is magnificent.
So if you join the Mech Island, you don't even have to worry about power. Well, actually, we're working on that now. For a little bit,
progress.
you'll have to worry, but it's going to be great. Like, look at this thing.
Watch this.
It's a stampy machine.
Oh,
At its current,
don't
at
put
its-
anything in it yet. Oh, I was gonna say we should show PeePorp exactly what we're talking about here at full.
Oh yeah, you want to see it at full throttle? Okay,
Yeah.
this is idle
Okay.
speed. The generator's an idle.
Oh, idle?
Yeah, this is
idle.
idle speed.
Are you ready for this?
Sure.
All right. Let's put some juice in these burners. I got some coal here. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You should see things pick up speed a bit.
All right, now come and look at this.
Oh, here we
my
go.
goodness.
Here we go. Look at the gold.
Oh my goodness.
Do you need golden sheets? We have golden sheets.
Mech Island. It's gonna be great. But
Yeah,
yes,
cool.
we need you basically for your land permits, and maybe you'll help us. Maybe like deliver me a black magic iron.
Oh.
We'll talk about that later.
That comes in a minute. We don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves here.
So you just
Yeah,
want
yeah,
me around? What do you want? Do you want me to actually do anything? You just want me to be around and use my
Yeah.
land, or do you want me to
if you're
actually
gonna
do
build
stuff?
if you're gonna build some cool create things like the Stampy Stamp, come on over, tap into the generator's spinny spin. We could do some cool stuff.
And then,
That's true.
but on top of that, if you need any like regular FE power, so forge energy for any of the other machines that you might need, this will be the production facility for all of your FE needs.
Yeah.
This
So
looks like a test chamber.
this is going to have a nuclear reactor inside of it.
So
All right. So what do you think, Pete?
Do you
here,
know-
here.
you-
Here, sit on this couch. We even have a lime couch for you.
Yes, we are ready.
oh my goodness, you've been prepared. Oh, look at that.
Totally not because that was my old couch, but yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely not. Definitely not.
Details.
There's a flying person. I think that's Styrkat.
Styrkat's always
Styrkat
watching.
is always
The
watching.
only time I ever see Styrkat is her just flying across somewhere. So you've got basically like all the energy stuff down. You two are doing the technical stuff.
Uh-huh.
You know me. I'm not really that technical when it comes to redstone, but I do be building stuff.
Do be built.
To be building.
That's the other goal. And no gear gore allowed.
Ah, yes. Or power gore or pipe spaghetti.
So you guys have already started, and you've already like got your foot in the ground. And if I can build trains,
You want to take care of the train stuff?
Well, I mean, that sounds like a really good
That
deal.
would be
If you
great.
want to work on the trains, we'll work on this other stuff, and then we'll all... The end goal here is this is going to be like a main stop for a lot of people to come on through, because we can produce basically anything here. So if you need something for the vault altar or whatever you need, you can come here and get the stuff that you need for a small fee, of course. We don't work for free, but this will be like the hub. This will be the island you come to if you need anything processed or generated. It's all here.
Yep. Yep. Sign me up.
All right.
I'm sold.
PeePorp is in.
Mekanism Island. Oh wait, where's my celebratory? There it is. Yay!
Oh, they're even green. Oh,
Green for you.
hey.
It's
On-
a PeePorp.
on brand,
It's
on
a real
brand.
party. Okay.
So those are some great vault runs and great conversation we had. So PeePorp is now on our side when it comes to the Mecha Create Island. And of course, with beating that boss, we got a boss crate. All kinds of fun stuff in here. Let's go ahead and dump some of these things off. So let's hop over back to Mecha Create Island via our nice little warp plate we have here. And we're underneath our reactor hall. And I've added a few more machines here since the last you've seen this. And we are in the process of creating the fissile fuel, or the fizzle fuel, whatever you want to call it. That's what we need to be able to run the reactor. And so we've added a bunch of machines here. These are all pretty expensive. Some of them aren't too bad. Some of them are worse than others. But we have the whole setup here to where we are creating, first of all, sulfuric acid. And you can see some of it there. We're using this one here to create the sulfuric acid. The sulfuric acid we can both use for, we can use it for actually pentupling our ores, which we may do. We'll have to run a pipe from there over to here with that sulfuric acid. And then we're going through the processes that we need to create this fissile fuel. Now, I have most of the equipment gathered. And if we look for the recipe for the fizzle fuel, we are going to be using the isotropic centrifuge to get this. We need uranium hexafluoride into this machine here, which will give us our fizzle fuel. Now, the uranium hexafluoride we have to make with hydrofluoric acid and uranium oxide, and that gives us your uranium hexafluoride. This is basically what we have at this point in time. The uranium oxide, we just use the chemical oxidizer, which is this one right here. We put our yellow cake uranium in, and it'll create that piece of it. And then we have a hydrofluoric acid here. So we are one machine away from making fizzle fuel, and that machine is that isotropic centrifuge. Now, if we look at the recipe for this, it's pretty expensive. We already had one machine that required 2 of these ultimate control circuits, and I'll show you how we made those. It's not bad, except for the atomic alloys. This is what requires the echo to make it. Now, luckily, it doesn't require a ton of echo per creation of it. So it's actually pretty efficient. I think I only needed 3 echo to be able to create the chemical dissolution chamber here. So it wasn't that bad. I was expecting it to be way worse. Luckily, we have a few more pieces of echo left over. So back up here at the base, we're going to go ahead and create that isotropic centrifuge here. And we have the lead, which is no problem. We have the basic chemical tank. It's these ultimate control circuits that we need. These require 2 atomic alloy apiece and an elite control circuit, which is 2 reinforced alloy and an advanced control circuit. So a lot of these little infused alloys and basic control circuits. Now these require Larimar to create. The infused alloy is just the chromatic iron, and the basic control circuit is the chromatic steel. So I'm going to do some math here real quick and see if we can gather up all the pieces of this that we need. So let's go ahead and make some of these reinforced alloys. I need a total of 4 of these. Let's see if I have enough to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we have 4 of our reinforced alloys. Now I went ahead and made another metallurgic infuser, and you can see I don't have hardly any echo in here. We'll put this in. It should be able to create 1 of them, and then we just need to give it a little bit more echo. And currently I have 8 echo gems, which is good. Oh, looks like we're going to be able to get 2 of this. So in theory, if I put 1 more of these in here, that should be enough to create all 4 atomic alloys that we need. And it looks like it will work. It's going to run us completely out of echo, but that's fine. Looks like 50 millibuckets per. So that's a good thing right there. Oh, actually, we have a little bit left. Maybe it's only 25. All right. So we have our atomic alloys. Let's go ahead and make up this isotropic centrifuge. All right, I believe we have all the items. Let's hit this plus. Yes, we have it. All right, we have our isotropic centrifuge. This is the last piece we need to start making fuel. And we'll hook it up with the pressurized tube to the rest of the materials, and then we need the yellow cake uranium. Now, I did not prep well because we need the enriching factory for this one, so let me go grab some uranium. Luckily, uranium has been all around the world, and we have been able to find 4,000 of them. So we're just going to take a stack right now and take this back and see if we can make this thing operate how we want to. So to make the yellow cake, we need to enrich the uranium. So we just put it into our enriching factory here, and it will create our yellow cake that we need. Now, luckily, it does double on the yellow cake. So 1 uranium gives us 2 yellow cakes. So we should get 2 stacks out of this. All right, just brought 1 stack over with me. We're going to put this in here and see if it works. It does. So it is now creating the what is this called? Uranium oxide. Okay, so the uranium oxide is getting combined with the hydrofluoric acid to create our uranium hexafluoride, and that is going to our isotropic centrifuge, and it's currently empty because I need to set the inputs. All right, so it's going into here. I don't have power to this yet. I need to run another power cable here real quick. All right, grab some more advanced universal cables, and let's get this one wired in so that we can actually create this fuel. All right, it now has power. And there we go, we're creating fizzle fuel, yay! So then we just have to pump this up to our nuclear reactor itself. But the nuclear reactor's not finished. Let's go take a look. So like I mentioned in my last episode, we were going to get all the machines built, and we have most of them built. We have our boiler here. This is what's going to take our heated sodium from our fission reactor, and it's going to boil it, turn it into steam, and then that steam is what's going to fire our steam turbine here. Now, I made this so that I could run all of the pipes and stuff underground. You'll see the ports are on the bottom of this. So everything's going to run underneath just to help keep this a little bit cleaner in here. Now, this is the reactor. There's nothing in it. So I have everything I believe I need to create this reactor in this shulker here. We have our control rods, we have our fuel assemblies, any extra reactor glass that we need. Oops, I accidentally made a duplicate configurator. And then any other blocks that we might need should be in here. So this one's pretty simple. We just have to basically line the inside of this reactor with, let's see, it's going to be the top there, all these fuel assemblies, and I think I have enough. I hope I counted correctly. Now, if you are building one of these yourself, there is a method to the madness from what I am trying to understand. You should space them out like this. That way you have enough of a water buffer to be able to, or at least a sodium buffer in my case, but typically you would just need a water buffer. You have some room inside here for all of this stuff. So you want to do it like this, and then each of these get capped with a control rod assembly. And I don't think I created enough of these fuel assemblies. I must have miscounted. Yep, I am actually 1 short, which actually won't affect the operation of the reactor. So I may go back and go ahead and build a couple of those. So I'm going to need 4 of these because I only have that 1 row left to do. And if you see there, it just requires some steel, some lead, and a basic chemical tank, which is just osmium and redstone. So these are actually pretty easy to craft. All right, let's put our last 4 in here. There we go. And then we just have to cap all of these off with the control rod assemblies. And then this nuclear reactor is going to be mostly finished. Okay, all the control rod assemblies are in. We can go ahead and cap this off. And then we'll put the reactor glass back, and hopefully this thing should want to run. Now, luckily, you can use pretty much any of either the casing or the reactor glass on these, and let's see if this works. There it goes! We have a fission reactor. Oh, this is exciting. So there's a couple things we have left to do before we can actually run this. Number 1, we have to pump in a whole bunch of sodium. After we pump in a whole bunch of sodium, we need to get our boiler turned up a little bit, because right now we only have, 2 of the superheating elements in there. I would like to have at least 6, preferably 9 superheating elements to give us enough buffer room to be able to create some really good power with the turbine here. So looking here, we are actually full up in the isotropic centrifuge of fissile fuel. So I'm going to go ahead and run a pipe from this up to the nuclear reactor here. I'm going to need to add some more ports because right now we're going to need a fissile fuel input a sodium input, and then we're going to need the hot sodium output and a boiled, or I guess cold sodium input back from the boiler. So we've still got some work to do underneath here. I'm going to go ahead and work on that, and I'll see you guys back here in a minute. Okay, well, everything is now set up. So we've got everything kind of wired in and connected in. Everything from our fissile fuel to the steam or the sodium supply and return lines. Everything is set up. It's super exciting because we have so much going on here. We've been AFKing now for over a day, I think, at this point, and our sodium has filled up the rest of the way, and our fuel tank is full. This thing is ready to turn on. So much pipe spaghetti going on here. It's a little insane. So let's hop up to the top here, and we can do that with these right here. There we go. And let's see. Yeah, I have actually expanded the boiler a little bit, so I have a little bit bigger water buffer there. Reactor's looking good. Boiler's looking good. Turbine is looking good. And our induction matrix is mostly empty. So we're going to hopefully fix that with this. Right now, our nuclear waste is a problem. So we have a nuclear waste tank on it itself, but we don't want to use that because we want to use our own waste tanks. Now, you'll see I have a radioactive waste barrel here. This is the one we're going to use to run a comparator off of and use that. If this thing fills up for any reason, it will shut off the reactor. Now, that does give us a huge buffer. So when this thing fills up, we still have this tube to fill and the entire internal buffer of the nuclear reactor. So if this thing ever fills up, we know we need to turn it off now and then figure out another solution for our nuclear waste. So if we take this elevator down, I created a small room down here with a whole bunch of nuclear waste barrels. They're all empty right now, which is a good thing. Oh, did that one have... Oh, yeah, this one's got a little bit in it. The nuclear waste does decay after so long. You'll see it just going down there. It is not going out of there. It is just decaying. That's the nature of this nuclear waste. Now, we are going to want to process that nuclear waste eventually, and I have the first machine needed for that. We're going to process that, and we're going to get our polonium pellets and stuff like that we need to build the fusion reactor. But that's a good bit down the road. We have a lot to do before we can even get to the fusion reactor for basically unlimited power. So this thing's ready to turn on. Let's fire this up for the first time. So we'll come up here so we can appreciate it. I'll turn off my stuff here, and let's right-click this, and let's activate. There we go. So what we want to watch here is we want to make sure that the coolant tank does not start dropping. If the coolant starts dropping, that's a problem. That's when we'll actually damage the reactor. I don't have any protection circuits on this right now. I'm just kind of keeping an eye on it. Right now, it's only burning, 1 millibucket per tick, so it's not going to overheat. I don't think it's very, very low. But yeah, so the hot sodium's being pumped into here, and our boiler is boiling away at quite a bit, and then the steam is being put over here into our turbine. You can see it is now spinning and generating power. It does have a little bit of a steam buffer, which is a good thing, and then that is charging our induction matrix. Yeah, you'll see our input now is 22.99 kFE per tick. Our output is only 500-ish, I think, right now, so we are in the positive. You can see it going up there. We have tons of power already. Now, I'm not going to run this for a super long time right now. I may run it enough to charge this up a little bit because I don't have a super stable source of nuclear fuel yet, the fissile fuel here, and it's going to go through it pretty quickly, I have a feeling. Actually, it's keeping up pretty well. Our buffer on the isotopic centrifuge is full, and our pipe is also full. We can view that with hitting 1 on my number pad, and there we go. Now, one of the cool things we can also do is we can turn the lights off in here. I have some light leaking in through somewhere. I don't know where that's leaking through from. That's just maybe just an odd glitch there. But nonetheless, everything kind of glows. Even the turbine blades glow. This glows because the superheating elements are there, and the reactor glows nice and blue. So this is so cool. It looks really neat from up here as well. So when you walk into the room, you know, you can just kind of look down and see a glowing reactor and everything else working away. So this is super cool. All right, with our noisy reactor and everything going, and we are charging, that is going to be it for today. We have activated our nuclear reactor. We are making power. Thank you guys so much for watching. In the next episode, we'll get a little bit more advanced with some of this stuff, and then maybe we'll get our nuclear processing going. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all in the next episode.